Hello there. I want to talk a little bit about pocket knives, what I consider a pocket knife. And most of you probably already know, since if you look at the knives that I show on my channel, you can pretty much get an idea. But I'm going to kind of expound on why I think a particular type of knife is a pocket knife. And this is my opinion of what a pocket knife should be. It's also not a knock or a slam at any other person's idea of what a pocket knife is or what other people like or anything like that. This is just my opinion. And this is only two distinct different types of knives I'm talking about now, because I think they're pretty much the most popular kinds. And the first that we see now modern day is these, and this is an older model, a Buck 442, but traditionally now you have pockets like this, pocket knives or knives like this. They have the pocket clip. They're meant to slip into your pocket, and most people will clip them on the outside, or this clip on the outside of their pocket, and have the knife riding inside. Now these knives are called by a lot of people, tactical knives. Other people will call them modern folders or whatnot. And then you have the knives that are still going strong with a lot of people, which is traditional pocket knives. Now, I call these pocket knives most of the time. There's a modern thing going around where people like to call them slip joint knives. Well, when I was a boy, this was just simply called a pocket knife. There's a reason for that, okay? You can call them traditional slip joints and try to get all technical, and that term might slip my lips a few times, but these are pocket knives. These are not, in my opinion, and I'll explain to you why. Now you'll have to excuse my big old man belly here, but if you take a knife like this, most people carry them like that with a clip and just this little tip part of the knife hanging out of the pocket. And they ride really well like that, no problem. But in my opinion, I find that I have to pretty much dedicate this pocket just to a knife. Because the thing of it is if I want anything out of this pocket, then my hand has got to slide in against that knife. Okay? And most of them have got funky shapes, sharp angular edges, that kind of thing. Even a knife like this Buck 442 that's got the rubberized kind of handles, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to be pushing against the back of my hand, depending on how tight my jeans are, how fat I am, or whatnot, okay, or how thick the knife is. I'm going to be pushing past, and then I'm going to reach down. Now that hurts pretty badly right there on my wrist, to reach down to the very bottom of my pocket to pull out anything that's in my pocket. In this case, a pocket knife, traditional pocket knife. So, in my opinion, that disqualifies this as a pocket knife, because you can't put anything else in your pocket, for one. For another, it's uncomfortable. Even if I take this knife and set it in my pocket, in the bottom of my pocket, I feel that knife all the time because of the way that it's shaped and the way that it's made. And when I reach into my pocket, well, this clip, now you can take them off. Most people don't want to. But that's doing nothing to make that a pocket knife, when I slip it in my pocket, they're just awkward. They don't feel very well. They weigh more most of the time than a traditional pocket knife does. And they take up a ton of space in your pocket. Even if I were to use this Pizzota, okay? This is the smallest of those types of knives that I have. But still, that's uncomfortable as crap. And if I reach down to the bottom, again, it hurts right here to reach into my pocket, to the bottom of my pocket, and get anything that's in that pocket. And once again, if I set that in my pocket, I feel it all the time. I can tell that there's something in my pocket. It's shaped funny. It's got the sharp angular lines. It just doesn't ride in my pocket as if it belonged there. On the other hand, this knife, this type of knife, it's got the rounded corners. Most of them have rounded edges. The shape of the knife and the style of the knife, it's smooth. When I put that in the bottom of my pocket, I can walk through the day and never even notice that it's even in there until I reach into it for a knife because I need an edge. Okay? And I can carry other stuff in that pocket. Now, yeah, that means you're going to scratch up this knife. Knives get scratched all the time. That is par for the course. But this is a much better feeling knife, and to me it's much better suited for a pocket. That's why, in my opinion, this is a pocket knife. This is not. Now, some people say, well, you can take that knife and you can clip it to your belt. Well, yeah, but it's not in your pocket then, is it? So it's not a pocket knife. Also, even though these come in several different designs and several different sizes, okay, I can even take something like this and set it in my pocket, and I don't even hardly feel that at all. And once I start moving and working, I'll never even feel that it's in there, contrary to this, which is bigger, it's heavier, it's bulky. So that's why, in my opinion, these are pocket knives. This and all the different iterations of this, even this, like I said, I can take that, clip that into my pocket if the clip will catch. Sometimes you get that crap too. See, it doesn't want to go. Doesn't want to go in that pocket. It doesn't want to clip. But, okay, there we go. Okay. Hurting for certain. Not a pocket knife, in my opinion, and for my preference. You can call it whatever you want, but it doesn't fit the profile of a pocket knife, which to me means a knife that will slip into my pocket easily, and I can slip out of my pocket easily. That doesn't take up a huge amount of room. It doesn't feel uncomfortable in the pocket. A pocket knife is supposed to be a knife that is meant for the pocket. It feels like it belongs in the pocket. None of these, none of them feel that way. First of all, and second of all, most people, they want a big, huge honking, this ain't a big, huge honking blade, but they want like a big blade. That's not huge, but it's wide, and okay, they're basically the same length. They're 4 or 5 inches, something like that. You know, they want like a 5-inch knife, bladed knife, in their pocket. They want to call that a pocket knife. Well, no. It's way past being a pocket knife by that point, and depending on its design, definitely deserves the tactical knife qualifier. But they are not pocket knives. Once again, that's my opinion. Everybody's got one. You know what they say about that. Okay? But to me, that's the difference between a knife and a pocket knife. One of them fits really well in the pocket. It rides really, really well. It doesn't get in the way of getting in and out of that pocket. And it's so comfortable that you really barely even notice that it's there. Even something like this, which in my opinion is a pretty big knife. Okay, I can set that in my pocket. I barely even know that's there. And as I move around, it's not going to, you know, the thing of it is look, if I've got something like this in my pocket, if I've got it clipped like this, and I start bending and moving or sit down, there are going to be hot spots all over my thigh. When I put it in my pocket and begin to move my pocket, and things tighten up, not a pocket knife. I don't care if they put the little pocket clip on it or not. In my opinion, and that's what this video is, this is not telling you what to do. This is just my view and my opinion of what they are. These are not pocket knives. They're just not. And that's the reason 95 or 98% of the time I'll carry one of these little traditional pocket knives in my pocket, because that's what they were designed for, to slip into your pocket. You know, they make slip joints kind of like these kind of knives, okay, that don't lock back. They're in a, so what do you call them? Well, they're not a pocket knife, sorry. That's why I don't like the term slip joint for something like this. Technically it's correct, but this knife is not defined by the way it opens and closes. It's defined by its shape, it's defined by its size, it's defined by its comfortability level in a pocket. These are pocket knives. Everything else, with the exception of the Swiss Army knives, the smaller ones. When you get a Swiss Army knife that's this flipping thick, that's not a pocket knife. But the smaller 4-blade, 6-blade, or 6-tool, whatever, somewhere in that range, Swiss Army knives, they'll ride. They're nice and smooth. They've got nice rounded edges and contours and all of that. They ride very comfortably in a pocket. Those I consider a pocket knife as well, because it's something that feels right when you slip it in a pocket. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.